Welcome back to Neil RC, guys. Thanks for stopping and thanks for coming back and hanging out with us. This is the fourth week, y'all. Fourth video. Check it out. And yes, this week we are going to talk about this creature right here. It's a Chevrolet made by Axial. This one here was the Chevrolet bodied version of their crawler that they brought out. This one here is one of my wife's vehicles. She calls Gray Ghost. It's a nice little trail truck. Does okay rock crawling, but she doesn't play with it much. So I mean, it's preferably a good trail truck. Good trail rig. It does have a Fury Tech system in it. This one here is the smaller Komodo, which is the 1212-3450. It's the smaller version, unlike the Black Betty, the Black Buggy, whatever you want to call it, that I showed you last week. It does have the aluminum transmission in this for that. That was one of the upgrades I did do to this. It needed it badly. The system wouldn't mount up to that other transmission without it. And this is where I put my foot in my mouth when I went brushless with these small scales. The transmissions for these motors are proprietary for that particular system. You have to have that transmission to mount the brushless motors in. They don't quite line up right, and they definitely don't mount right. It's either too tight or way too loose. The holes for the motors don't line up right, so there you go. This one here actually has still the plastic drive shafts, and it does have metal in the front, because I did take it from the 3-link to a 4-link, and it does have the metal upper, plastic lowers, and then on the back it has plastic upper and lower, stock configuration. Okay, nothing changed there. These tires have been on and off a few different vehicles. These tires work really good on this truck, so that's why they made themselves home on this truck. It does have the brass wheels, front and rear, for a little extra weight. It needed it. It's also got a little brass weight here in the back to help hold the rear end down, because when you steer it with these Eco 827 servos, when you steer it, the rear end has a tendency of moving instead of the front end. You'll actually turn like this here, and the rear end will actually stay straight without having a little weight in the back end. That's how light this one is. It's really light. I do have the battery mounted in the back just for that weight, and yes, that is one of those other little short skinny packs that you would get in your stock system. That's what's running this. Still have both the body pins for it, haven't lost them yet. This one still does run the lights for the light bar. It also runs, although actually the light bar on top don't work, it's the headlights that work on this one. She don't play with this much, okay? She don't run this much at all, and it's okay. I get it. It's small. She's not good at small driving scale. I'm trying to work with her with it, so you got to bear with me. Tinkerbell has a passion for this hobby, don't get me wrong, but she has a very short span of trial and error before she gives up on it something. So yeah, this one here is running her radio system that she has through Radio Link. She has not complained about it when she has ran it. Doesn't notice anything different. Steers the same. It does have a little fender touch in it. Not much, but it does have a little fender touch. I have gotten it sunk down as much as I possibly can without interfering with it too badly. This vehicle is very light compared to the rest of them, and total grams without the battery, mind you, it's only 368 grams. 368 grams without the battery. That's not very heavy, okay? If I go ahead and do the pounds, it's only 13 ounces. 13 ounces. It's not even a full pound. Yeah, not even a full pound. It's only 13 ounces of weight without the battery. And with the battery, I bet you it's not even a pound. I almost would bet you, even with the battery, it's not even a pound. So it's very, very light. It does really good on sandy surfaces, like a sand beach, stuff like that. This thing will just sail across the top of it like it wasn't even there, because the weight on the footprint is so small and so light. There's not much there to make it sink like some of these other ones that we've got. So yeah, this is hers, and yes, it does have some Enduro parts on it. It's got the Trio steering linkage in the front. It has this servo for Ecotech, or the Eco 827. I'm trying to think of what all has had happened to this. It's still running the regular frame, the metal frame on this, the plastic axles. Oh, that's where the Enduro came in. It's got the bearing kit. It's got the full bearing kit in it. That's the only thing it does have, is the bearing kit. I got away from all the bushings. All bushings are gone. Other than that, that's really all there is to it. It's still running, like I said, the plastic drive shafts, the same stock shocks. I have tipped them forward slightly, or toward the center of the rig, back into here. Okay, they're like right there where they were straight up and down. They're now kicked in to the center a little bit, which allows them to sit down a little bit more. Gives that front end a little more play, but it holds it closer to the ground. That I will say, it's still running the same springs that it came with in the stock formation. And it has the Fury Tech motor, ESC, and the Bluetooth module in this also, which will still hook into my phone, so I can adjust anything over time or give it any updates. I do that with her. I don't give her the access to that, only because I got a feeling that something would end up going wrong in it and I wouldn't be able to fix it. So with it only being linked to my phone on the Bluetooth side, I don't have to worry about that. But that's this. Real short video. Less than 10 minutes. Not much more to say about it than that. It does have what they call here a 62 by 22 crawler tire. All-terrain AT. These here were an Enduro tire. I don't know who the rims are made by. They also may be Enduro. Seeing how they came, how I got them on those rims, because some rims are pretty particular on what tire they run. These are, like I said, a full bead lock set all the way around. You just take I think on this one here, it's 6 screws on the back side of the tire. There are a 2.0 screw off the back. You take all the 2.0 screws off the back, and that separates the rim. And these do have just a regular foam in them. Nothing fabulous, just a really soft foam all the way around. Nothing to it at all. It is a Chevy C10. body. I did do some modification to the front fenders on both sides so that it doesn't hit as bad. It still does hit, but it's just not as bad. It doesn't get played with very much. It sits on a shelf, more or less, out there on the track. And that's all there really is to say about this one. So that's, what is it now, four videos now that we've got up going on. So thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate you very much for tuning in. If I missed anything or you want to know anything special again, like I did with all the other ones, let me know in the comments down below. I'll answer it there, or if there's enough questions about everything that need to be answered, I may go ahead and do another video on it to answer those questions specifically just for you. I have no problem with that. This is winter time here. Things are bound to get a little slow during this time of year for us, so I can do those kinds of videos. If you've asked questions, and this is years later, check the comments, because I don't remove comments from my videos. I will not do that to anybody. Leave me any comment you want about the vehicle, as long as it's about the RC itself, or ask of how I'm doing or whatever. I have no problem with answering those questions. Those questions will be stayed in the comments. I have no problem with leaving them there. That way future people down the road can go back to these videos and see those answers and get pointed in the right direction. All right. Thanks again. I appreciate you all for stopping by and checking out Neil RC. Hope to see you back here next week with our next video. Have fun. Go play.